currently 5:30 p.m. on a Monday. It's another week and I'm currently making dinner, but decided to quickly just sit down and talk, just chat a little bit. Obviously, I went to class earlier today. It was a 3-hour lecture, felt like 5 hours. I had a really hard time focusing today. I've just been a little bit off. I had a very rough morning. I'm not gonna get into details about it, but it was, it was a rough morning. I'll just say that. And I feel like that kind of carried into the rest of the day. I mean, I still have a few hours left before the day's over, but yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit weird, a little bit off today. But yeah, I basically just went to class and then came home pretty quickly. I had to run some errands here and there before I could go home, but now I'm back and my plan for tonight is to work non-stop on this. I've started calling it the Ethiopia project. I'm sure I could find a better name for it, but we have a deadline. I mentioned it last week. We have a deadline. I need to check my dinner. Hold on. Okay. What was I saying? We have a deadline for printing or sending it to print on Friday this week. I'm a little bit stressed because we haven't really gotten, when I say we, I mean me and my dad, have not gotten all the materials that we need from this person that my dad, first and foremost, is working on this project with. And obviously, we all have other things to do. I'm not, but it's a little bit stressful. So the plan is to get as much done as I possibly can today, because today during class, we also got given our third project, which is gonna be to create like a campaign for either a fashion clothing brand. Obviously we have to make it from scratch ourselves, or some sort of food or drink thing. I have not decided what to go for yet, but I also feel like my mind is just not there because I know that this deadline is coming up and that needs to be done quickly. So I'm gonna focus on that today so that hopefully I can actually start working on my new uni project tomorrow or maybe even Wednesday. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I think dinner is almost ready, so I'm gonna eat and then work on this thing. I mean, again, I say this every time, I enjoy it. So it's not like I'm frustrated with the fact that I have to work with these things. I think it's really fun. But considering I worked on this all weekend already, and I didn't really get a break from InDesign and Illustrator after my magazine project, I also feel like my brain was a little bit fried today going into class because I didn't get like a proper break over the weekend. So there's that, but I do enjoy it. Anyways, I'm gonna go have dinner now. Good morning. Well, it's actually close to 1 p.m., so good afternoon. And I can't do two things at the same time. What am I looking for? And I have the day off today. Day off. I don't have to go to class today, but I have a very long to-do list. And so in order for me to be able to get anything done, I feel like I still need to get ready at least a little bit just to feel a little bit more ready for the day. It usually kind of helps with my productivity, just mentally. It changes how I function throughout the day because I cannot afford to be a couch potato today. I have got to get stuff done. I spent a very long time last night working on the so-called Ethiopia project. I went to bed at around 1 a.m., 1:30. Technically, ideally, everything should have been done yesterday. It wasn't, so we had to continue this morning. I spent all morning today working on it, and I think right now it's pretty much done. I do need to check with my dad later and kind of go through everything one last time. And what I need to do for the rest of the day, I have a long to-do list. In the midst of all this, I also would like to rest and enjoy the fact that I have a quote-unquote day off from going to class and being around people, because that in many ways is very draining to me sometimes. So I do want to also just be able to enjoy the day a little bit. But one thing that's actually helped when I've been feeling a little bit stressed or overwhelmed is listening to this artist. I did it yesterday because I found her yesterday. Her name is Faye Webster, and I've never heard of her before, but her music, I will say, from time to time, a little bit repetitive, but I really enjoyed listening to it. It kind of felt like the perfect, how do I put this? Like the perfect spring cleaning playlist. So I think I might actually take some time to listen to her today as I'm like walking around the apartment trying to get stuff done. I'm heading home tomorrow after class and staying for a couple days, which is going to be so much fun. I think I might meet up with my cousin as well. But for now, I still have a lot of things that I need to do here before heading off tomorrow. So let's get that done. Jag vet inte om man ska göra något annat här eller någonting. Det går ju, de är inte med någon annanstans i här då. It is now much later, it's 6 p.m. and I'm about to put this down for the day and just kind of enjoy the rest of my evening. But as you've seen, I've tried to film a little bit of like the initial stages of me kind of doing a little bit of research, looking on Pinterest for inspiration, little things like that. I started working on like a little mind map, kind of sketching out different ideas that I had in my sketchbook. I do think that I have an initial mood board, at least to start with. This might change. I feel like it's quite rare to just go with your first idea. This is what I have so far, and I do actually really like it, so who knows, I might actually go for this. I really like this checkered pattern, which I was actually inspired by my pillowcase, and I think that this could work with what I'm planning on doing. Basically, my idea for now is to make a campaign for a cafe. I am really excited to actually get into this a little bit more. I feel like with the magazine, obviously I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really fun, and even though it was stressful with the limited time that we had, I enjoyed it a lot. But I'm noticing now that, how do I put it? Just like the visual elements that create and communicate something from a brand. I don't know if that made any sense. Just the whole branding side, I think I really gravitate towards, and I find that really interesting. So I do like that we're actually able to try a lot of different things in every different assignment that we have, because in a way it's also allowing us to dig a little bit deeper and figure out what we actually gravitate towards and what we find more fun, because who knows, that might actually be something that can kind of steer you into the direction of work that you want to go into, because obviously graphic design and visual communication is so broad, so it's quite tricky to figure out what you want to like pivot towards. So I am glad that we're actually able to try different things, and this I am super excited about, and I'm kind of keeping that in mind, that this might be something that I'm actually gonna want to work more with in the future. But yeah, enough about that. The sun is setting. It's just past 6 p.m. and I am gonna get ready for the evening, eventually have some dinner, and call it a day.